history. Could you explain what you mean by that?
Yes, I mean it as a very strictly objective statement. It's not being said by writing in China to be polite to people. And I think in very serious matters, there's no virtue in exaggeration in any direction at all. There's no virtue in optimism. There's no virtue in pessimism. The only virtue is in realism. So let's look at the numbers. China has the fastest sustained economic growth in any major economy in the whole of human history. No other major economy since 1978 that is even nearly as fast over such a long period of time as China. So that's the first measure. But then look at the scale of China. If we take countries which at that time were the most rapidly growing in the world, we can see what their size were. Britain, when it had the Industrial Revolution, was a bit under 3% of the world's population. That was the first example of very rapid growth in economic history. The United States after the Civil War was the next example.
Again and again, especially online, is people who are pro-captive, they attribute China's success. They attribute China's success to socialism. So a lot of people debate whether China is a socialist country or not. And I would have to China's economy is booming for all of this period of time because its adoption as a Western liberal attitude, or is it
in that China. I mean, the United States is growing at 2% a year, so all the Western economies are growing at 1% a year. So it's absurd to say that China's rapid growth is due to liberal capitalism, because the liberal capitalist economies aren't growing nearly as fast as China. The second feature is the one which I dealt with earlier on the question of the crisis, which is, no, China has a sector whereby the government can give instructions to it, invest less, ramp up production. Don't ramp up production. That's the state sector. It's almost half of the investment in China is carried out by the state sector. No Western economy has that. It can't. The United States decided it was going to have a huge anti-crisis investment program. It hasn't got any state sector which could carry it out. So therefore, the structure of the Chinese economy is completely different to the structure of the Western economy. And the Western economies don't grow as fast because they've got such a different structure.